Jamaica Premier League action. We're live here at the Tony Spalding Sport Complex in Kingston, Jamaica. And ARNETT Gardens, the 5-time champions, lead the Chapelton Maroons, the new entrants, one of the new entrants into the Jamaica Premier League by 3-0 after 45 minutes. And the jungle is totally dominating this performance. You see Raheem Brown. Well, Chapelton Maroons about to make some changes. There's Kaheem Dixon, standout centre forward for Clarendon College in this season gone. 16 goals he scored. Chapelton Maroons will need quite a few if they're going to get back into this one. Chris Taylor here, and I'm still with Leger Williams. And Leger, a real uphill task for the Chapelton Maroons if they're going to get back into this one.
Yeah, it really is. It must have been a very tough team task to have with a lot of young players in that squad, but they've made some changes. They're looking to see if these players can affect the game differently.
Stefan Duar, the man in charge.
Let's go!
FIFA Central referee Stefan Duar. We're on the way. What can the Maroons bring in the second 45 minutes? A young lineup. And so far they haven't been able to get past the experience of ARNETT Gardens in their home venue. Here's the captain, Romeo Guthrie, on the front foot yet again, looking to drive forward, but he is broken up by Alex Gale. And it's been his flank that they've really attacked, the left-hand side of the Chapelton Maroon defence. Lots of joy, all 3 goals coming from that side. Cunningham, Deacon, quite a few changes for the Maroons at half time. There's one of them, Dixon. Kaheem Dixon brought on for Sanya Rickett. Let's see if the schoolboy potency of Dixon can pay off at this higher level. He's a player who does well with link-up play, likes to drop deep and collect, can pass as well. There's another substitution. 15-year-old Marquise Reed, also of Clarendon College, replaces Rushai Parchment, who, yeah, must be said that the number 23 didn't have the best evening. Looked a frustrated player. Marquise Reed was another standout of the schoolboy season. Scored 10 goals. Nice ball up front, and Plunkett comes off his line quickly to foil any possibility of another ARNETT Gardens goal.
It's going to be a different makeup of this Chapelton Maroons midfield.
So positive changes.
Yeah, positive. We're going to see more of a double pivot, it seems like. Malachi Douglas in there with substitute JaVale Ellis, the 17 here on the ball.
Ellis, and not third of the substitute. Broken up again. Here's Purcell. And Douglas gets back. Based on what we're seeing on the field, it looks like Jamari Morrison would have been the other player who was taken off. So the number 26, Jamari Morrison off, and Ellis on. Ellis, the team captain when they started the season. Christian has on the armband this evening, but yeah, it was Ellis. Coming to add some steel within the middle of the park. Central midfield row, there is in the number 17. Well, one thing going forward they won't lack is chemistry. Chapelton youngsters, because they're all Clarendon College players of the season just ended, which was a successful winning season for them. The Olivia Shield and the Costa Cup. Anyhow, no call on the play. Here comes ARNETT Gardens again. Romeo Guthrie Out wide to Deacon. Deacon cuts inside. Deacon. Looking for the foul with Deacon. Yeah. And Duarte didn't bite. Here are the Maroons. Jones. Dixon. Into Brown. Back to Dixon. Dixon out wide. Inside. They broken up. Handball by Kelson. And the crowd now getting excited with the entrance of some of the youngsters for the Maroons. And they needed more than excitement, they need goals. And quickly too, here's Reed. There's Ellis, the substitute. Third substitution there, yeah, Ellis in for Morrison. Lenny Hyde ringing the changes at half time. Of course, Lenny Hyde, the coach at Clarendon College as well. Here is Deacon. A good game so far. Deacon cutting in. Oh, too much space there. Deacon was looking for Reed. Here is Reed. Back to Deacon. Deacon again. Inside. And it gone through the finish. Wide. Rashid Kelson. Well, he hasn't had the finishing touch so far. Rashid Kelson. And he's had 3 really good opportunities. And he's either been too high or too wide. There's another example. Nice build-up play. Deacon touching to Reed. Back to Deacon. Deacon to Kelson. And well, he's got the target from the early shade.
Yeah, he really does. It was some intricate build-up play at the top of the box. He was slipped in and he looked odds on to finish, but just couldn't drag that one wide on his right foot. Tried on his left earlier, blazed over on his right, dragged it wide. So it looks like substitutes, but still the same problems for that Chapelton Maroon defensive unit. They have moved back Tremaine Williamson into that defensive unit as well, from defensive midfield to centre back.
Arnett driving forward again. Here's the captain, Guthrie, looking for Reed. Oh, it's Johnson. Johnson wide to Kelson. Kelson inside the box. Forced to go back. Inside, acrobatic finish attempted by the captain Guthrie. And it goes wide and out for a goal kick. And it gone last season, ended the preliminary round in 3rd position, but had a disappointing playoff campaign. And they just couldn't get any further. We're really hampered by the loss to Ronaldo Sifa, who is in North Macedonia now on a contract. And yeah, that was a big loss for them. He really added that extra element to their attacking force, and they just didn't look the same team without him. Yeah, looking to find their way yet again. I guess this has been a good sign. The first time this season they have scored 3 goals on it, Gardens. And so far, a clean sheet. They have only had 1 in the entire season. Here is Deacon driving forward again. Leaves the ball behind though. Well, you'll need that to score, Damari. Douglas. To Hull. Hull, cross-field ball. Adventurous now finds Jones. Jones looking to take on Cunningham. Inside, wayward pass. And Guthrie with it. Oh, nice pass there to Fabian Reed. Reed is away. Reed! And that pass is a little too close to the goalkeeper, Plunkett. And he's able to intercept.
But it was some good intentions by Reed on that occasion. Opted to be unselfish and try and play in his teammates. Maybe could have shot himself, but
I think it was the right decision for the pass.
yeah, it was.
It would have been a difficult angle for the shot there on his weaker side, Reed. And he had to pass had a little more inside of the foot to it, a little bit more curl on it, then it would have been perfect. Here's Marquise Reed. Nice season with Clarendon College. Played on the wide left for them for the majority of the season. 10 goals, and he had some, I think it was 9 assists as well to go with it. Marquise Reed, so all-rounded winger. The ability to provide and score. But this obviously is a higher level, and so far the Maroons have struggled in this game with their young lineup. Kelton away. That pass has a little bit too much weight on it. Yeah, he's had really good intentions, Kelton, but the final product hasn't been up to the same quality. Driving runs, has intercepted the play well, he's got into good areas, but the finish or the final pass has been off the mark.
Yeah, he's really been the only ARNETT Gardens player that hasn't made it stick so far in this game. Kelton. ARNETT Gardens with more enterprising attacking play, however. Chapelton Maroons struggling to keep them out from entering that final third and doing good things with the ball.
Into the area. Easy for Edward. ARNETT Gardens starting tonight in 7th position. A win for them this evening will carry them into 4th position. What a move that would be. Into the playoff spot. And they would overtake Mobay United, who lost today. And Humble Lions, who I think their game ended in a draw. So that means they would end on 14 points. A victory for ARNETT Gardens will put them on 14 as well, but they would have a superior goal difference. So it would be Mount Pleasant on top, Cavalier in second, Harbourview third, and then ARNETT Gardens. What a move that would be for them. They would also overtake Portmore, who are in 6th position currently and play tomorrow.
Portmore, one of the unbeaten teams this season, albeit with a host of draws. Looking to continue that run tomorrow.
Mount Pleasant and Harbourview, the other two who haven't been defeated. 3 teams, when you think about it. 8, well, almost at the end of match week 8. Anyhow, here ARNETT Gardens. Damar Deacon in the left area looking to find Kelson. Not well defended on this occasion. The ball went out of play. Off the foot of Akima Jones. That's a foul for sure. That was more the work of a wrestler there. Javel Ellis. Very heavy set. It is built like a tank. And yeah, that was certainly a foul on the slim figure of Deacon, who sold it well.
Unnecessary fouls there in the end. Deacon really had nowhere to go, but Ellis made the decision for him. And now it's a foul for Guthrie to swing in.
Here's Guthrie towards the back post. Nice delivery. Last touch off the head of Simpson, it seems. Is it? No. Another corner. Well, a corner. At first, like it came off the head of Simpson. Based on his reaction, I thought so too. But corner given. An opportunity again for ARNETT Gardens. That was their 5th corner. Johnson. Good challenge coming in. A change to be made for Arnett Garden. No surprise that Rashid Kelson is going to be removed. He's had a mixed bag this evening. Kimani Arboyne to take his place. Arboyne is still yet to get off the mark this season, but had a 7-goal season last year and an assist as well. His best season in his Premier League career, which started in 2014. Rashid Kelson just hasn't been able to find the finish, even though his ingenuity has been pretty good. Just at the 60-minute mark, and that man Paul Teagat-Davis, well, you spoke about the fact that he could do with some clinical finishing in his lineup. He's certainly gotten it this evening, and he'll be proud of how they have performed, especially in the final third. And if it remains like this in their defensive third as well, because they have struggled to get clean sheets, just one in the whole season. So this has been a solid performance all around so far for the Junglies.
Yeah, it really has. In all aspects of the game, as you mentioned, they've really controlled the ball early in their own defensive third and then progressed it really quickly. Their attacking midfield area has been very potent with a Juma Johnson, and of course Deacon has also come into those areas at times as well as being an outlet on the flanks. They've created a host of chances. They are well worth their 3-0 lead. Chapelton trying to grow into the game, but it has proven difficult for them. The possession there, 54%. It was 57 at the end of the first half. Chapelton Maroon are growing a bit, but it's still Arnett Gardens dominating in that regard. Malachi Douglas now goes over to Hull. Yeah, it is. Hull now switching over from the right to the left-hand side. It is almost looks like a staggered back three for Chapelton, with Gale kind of slotting in with Williamson and Captain Christian. And then Jones keeping the width on the right.
Here is Dixon. And yeah, that's a misplaced pass by Kahim Dixon.
And then Dixon and Reed kind of supporting their striker, Raheem Brown, their only goal scorer of the season so far with 3. So they are going for it. They are trying to get back into the game, Chapelton, but it's easier said than done, especially when Arnett Gardens are playing this well.
Well, their changes have been positive, but I can't say they have had much effect on the game so far. Arnett Gardens still coming forward at will. They're still controlling majority of the possession, the run of the game, and they're closing down the Maroons very early. Let's look here, right away. There's a play on them. Cunningham here, closing down Jones. Jones finds Ellis. Ellis looking to run at Deacon, and again a toe is put in there. This time it was from the captain, Guthrie. So just not allowing these youngsters the space. And that will be something that I guess they would be a lot less used to at the schoolboy level. Arnett Gardens last lifted the title in the 2016-2017 season, a season which they finished the preliminary round in 6th position and went all the way to lift the title. That was their 5th title. They have won it 5 times. They have got to the finals 4 times and lost. 9 times overall they have been in the final of the Jamaica Premier League. And of course they won in the first staging back in 1977. I'm not sure you were around then, Leger.
Far from being around, actually. But that their philosophy and how they intend to play has passed on from even then. Always looking to be the team on the front foot. That's what their fans demand, really. A hard bunch to please the fans that come out here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Always demanding a lot from their team. They don't only want to win, they want to win in an attractive manner as well. So there's always that pressure.
Well, they have been very attractive so far this evening. And you'd have to say that for them, this has been some drought Going into the 7th year now since they've won the Premier League. Purcell. Outside of the boot. Oh, that's a bad challenge on Johnson. Dwyer allows play to continue. And the card is going to come out to Purcell. Doesn't like the challenge. It was on a read. Purcell apologizes. Former Jamaica College midfielder, Purcell.
Purcell, formerly of Cavalier, of course scored that winning penalty when Cavalier lifted their title, ended their 30-year drought in 2021. Has brought over that championship winning experience to ARNETT Gardens at the base of their midfield.
Forward here, looking for Reed. Reed using his experience. And this time it's well defended. Williamson getting in the mix and using his size advantage. Edwards across the kneel. ARNETT Gardens controlling everything in this game so far after 65 minutes. Chappleton Maroons sit in 10th position in the Premier League table. 2 wins from their 7 matches. 1 draw and 4 defeats, and based on what we're seeing here, they are heading to their 5th. The last few weeks have been positive for North Teacher Hyde after their 3 heavy defeats at the start of the season, but this defeat is really going to hurt them. It's going to match that kind of performance we saw early in the season. Here is Brown. And again, there's close down. That will be a foul, yeah. Well earned by Purcell using his experience here. Just getting in front of Brown. And forcing the contact. Brown, the only goal scorer for the Maroons. He has 3 this season. And he hasn't gotten a sniff so far in the first 6 minutes. Scored the goal of the season a couple of years ago for St. Elizabeth Technical in the Costa Cup. Some changes being lined up for ARNETT Gardens. Marlon Allen comes on and Paco Blacks. Fabian Reed is off. A goal and an assist for Fabian Reed. Good performance for him this afternoon, but he's off. And Marlon Allen is on. And another Marlon is on, of the Martin variety. He replaces a Juma Johnson, much different kind of player. Marlon Martin, more the defensive midfielder. Very solid in there, was one of the best defensive midfielders last year as well. Plays that, as we'd call it, Makalele/Kante role. And obviously, Juma Johnson, much more the creator. So, looking to probably close things down, lock things down. ARNETT Gardens and Paul Teagat Davis has a bit more solidity in the middle of the park. And Marlon Allen, a straight swap there. Allen on for Reed. Let's see if Allen can regain some of the confidence he had last season.
Yeah, let's see, already scored 1 goal this season. Only 1 goal this season. Not scoring at the frequent rate that he was last season. But this time of the game that he's getting subbed in, this ARNETT Gardens already up 3-0. It would be a good time for him to come in, try and stretch his legs, stretch that Chappleton Maroons defense as they're trying to get back into the game and try and get himself on the score sheet, Marlon Allen.
Stefan Dwar getting things started again. Deacon, who's been all over the park, he's now on the left. Into Allen. Allen with his first touches. Allen! I'm sure there was a deflection there and it will be out for a corner from Allen Allen, right in the thick of things. With a right-footed attempt, which is blocked. Positive start for the ARNETT number 9.
And that just exemplifies the type of player he is. Always looking to make things happen. Tried to get his shot off, did get his shot off, but he was blocked early. When his team a corner, however, that his captain Guthrie will take.
Guthrie high towards the back post. And out for a throw. Another chance for ARNETT Gardens to attack. Taken by Evans. We haven't seen any of those overlapping runs in the second half from Shanoy Evans. He's sat a lot more. He has a long throw on him, and it's a lovely ball into the box, and what a finish that is! Kimani Arboyne. Well, I'm not sure about the defending from the Chapelton Maroons, but Kimani Arboyne is finally off the mark this season. 7 goals last year. And that was a very composed finish, a confident one, but what a throw it was by Shanoy Evans. Man, he has some strength in those shoulders. And yeah, it's been a frustrating evening for Plunkett, and it continues. Oh, that's a lovely finish by Arboyne. 4-0 ARNETT Gardens.
He had all the time in the world in that box from a throw-in. It's really not good defending, is it, by Chapelton Maroon? Everyone ball watching in the end. Arboyne was the only person in that box live to what was going on, and he scored his first goal of the season. It was a good finish. He's made it 4-0 now to ARNETT Gardens over Chapelton Maroons, and old habits creeping back into the Chapelton Maroons unit. And after conceding 8 goals in their first 3 games, they started to solidify themselves, only conceding 2 in the next 4. But in this one, they've conceded 4 to ARNETT Gardens unit that's running rampant at this point.
ARNETT Gardens making another change as well. Rivaldo Mitchell has come on. Scored a goal. 1 goal so far this season, Mitchell. Came in the win over Cavalier, I think it was. Mitchell. Almost stand out. Yeah, I think it was actually the first touch for Arboyne in the game as well. I can't remember him touching the ball before that. Yeah, well, talk about super sub. And it was Evans with his second assist, because of course he does get an assist for that. What a throw it was. I'm not sure we've seen one of those so far this season. In fact, I can't remember any last season either from a throw. But yeah, that was good.
Seems as if he's taking his off season to watch some Rory Delap videos.
Former Stoke City legend Rory Delap. Amos, also on, Rashawn Amos, comes on for Earl Simpson. Young Amos getting some playing time as well at this stage. Paul Teagat Davis giving some minutes to some players who wouldn't normally get them, and some rest for his regulars. No, for the Maroons it's all about damage control. Paul Teagat Davis, well, he couldn't ask for a better attacking display from his team. Referee Dora tried to play the advantage, but there was none, so it's called back. 73 minutes gone. Yeah, the Maroons, I think, can't wait for the 90 minutes to elapse. Here are the Junglers coming forward again, and it's handled by Plunkett. Well, what ARNETT are doing are enhancing their goal difference, which will certainly play a part, because after this victory they will be tied on points with Humble Lions, but the goal difference they'll be ahead. And if Portmore win tomorrow as well, they would also end up on 14 points. And before this game, Portmore had a better goal difference. So goal difference could end up being very important. So yeah, when you get an opportunity like this, as they would say in cricket, fill your boots.
And we already saw last season how important goal difference can be. Harborview making it into the playoffs on goal difference, going on to win the entire tournament after finishing 6th in the standings. So we know how tight the playoff positions can be. So goals are very important, and ARNETT weren't scoring a lot of them coming into this game. Only 9 in 7 games, and now they're up to 13. So ARNETT guards looking to, as you said, fill their boots, and as they made a mistake here, however.
Being a bit sloppy at the back and want to guard against complacency. But yeah, it was a real scrap for the final position in the playoffs last year between Humble Lion, Tivoli and Harborview. Humble Lion missing out by a goal in the end. Came down to the wire. Anyhow, there will be another change for the Maroons, and Okima Jones, the top right back in the land from schoolboy football this season, gives way, and Jamari Howell, who had started majority of the games before this one, is on.
And as you can see, there's no change in the type of football that Lenny Hyde wants to play. Still wants to attack, bring on another attacker. He will be playing widest right, holding the whistle on that right hand side, but in an attacking position, he will be the furthest forward on that right hand side.
Yeah, well, Howell has played as a right back as well, so, but yeah, certainly attacking. Well, I don't think there are many more attacking than Okima Jones either. He loves to overlap.
Yeah, he does, but he has been penned back by the quality of the ARNETT Gardens wingers.
I think the same will happen to Howell, but let's see. Another change being lined up by Lenny Hyde, and I think it's Christopher Hull who's going to make way. Yep. So another Clarendon College standout being taken off. It's been a quiet performance by the number 8. He is replaced. So Nevon Lindo, the number 22, is on. Here is Dixon. Out wide for Howell. Howell looking, that was adventurous, but I don't think it's going to get to Dixon. No, a little bit too much. And easily handled by Evans and company. 16 goals on his schoolboy season, Kaheem Dixon. Very enterprising player, had some 3 assists, I think it was, to go with that.
Scored some spectacular goals as well.
Yeah, good link-up player. Can drop deep and play in that, what you would call like a false 9. Can play anywhere within that front 3. He can play wide, he can play centrally as well. And even though he's not very tall, he's not bad in the air either, I can tell you. He's a good awareness to him. And makes very intelligent runs, good work ethic, and one for the future for sure. Here is our boy. And to get past Gale, who has done well, still comes inside to the captain, Guthrie. Guthrie, going to turn, finds Arboyne. Can't beat the first defender, should have done better there, Arboyne. Joel Cunningham. Purcell. Guthrie.
Purcell on the ball here. I know a lot of plaudits will go towards Chano Evans, the right back, for having 2 assists. I know plaudits will go to Fabian Reed for a goal and an assist, and Ajuma Johnson, who also has a goal and assist. But Purcell has really marshaled the middle of the park expertly for ARNETT Gardens here today. Control the tempo, started attack.
Yeah, here he is again, Purcell.
Really just been doing that all game long.
Yeah, been a steady performance by the Arnett number 20. Guthrie. Inside to Arborn, turns away well from Douglas, or from Ellis actually. Broken up. And yet they're looking for Brown. Brown has had no joy today. Well, that was confident from Christian. Across to Williamson. Here is Mitchell in a wide position. Mitchell, not good enough with the cross. Been another player that we'd love to see more consistency from. Rivaldo Mitchell promised so much at Wolmer's when he was a schoolboy, and just show glimpses like that finish against Cavalier, but you want to see day in, day out from him.
Especially since there's a lot of competition for places on the wings here at ARNETT Gardens. So in order to get consistent game time, you have to be showing a lot of quality. He hasn't done that so far.
Couple players down. Let's have a look at the Sportsmax at moment. And it's the free kick by Ajuma Johnson. What a pass it was into the path of Earl Simpson, the centre back, who kept his eye on the ball right throughout and provided a right-footed finish. Plunkett no chance. Intelligent play by Ajuma Johnson there, number 10. And that's the Sportsmax at moment. He's since been substituted. Earl Simpson, well, so has Ajuma Johnson. Both on the bench now. Getting rehydrated. So much to watch on the Sportsmax app. So many sports. I'm sure there are quite a few persons in the stadium now watching on the app as well. A lot of persons like to look out for the replays on the app and then see the live action as well. Anyhow, ARNETT have a free kick. And it will be Romeo Guthrie, the captain, to take it. Guthrie drills it across the area, and that will be out for a corner.
Always difficult for a right-footed player from that angle to really get a delivery that player can attack. He really has to drill it across as he tried to do on that occasion. Maybe a left-footed player would have put it into a dangerous area where he could have troubled the goalkeeper and allowed a teammate to get a touch on it as well.
And for the instep cross, Guthrie must say from the dead ball. Guthrie has quite a bit of quality though.
He does.
Here he is, inside the area. Ooh. And that's the penalty. Yeah, well, Guthrie getting inside the area. Bad challenge by Ellis. And ARNETT Gardens a chance to make it 5. Showed the ball quite a bit, Guthrie, and I'm surprised that Ellis didn't get it right. Just look at it here. Guthrie using his space to get inside, but yeah, he was so slow with the challenge, Ellis. Oh, wow, it was wild in the end. And a frustrated challenge. Penalty and an opportunity for ARNETT Gardens.
Ellis has been a little bit out of control since coming on. A couple rash challenges. That no one more rash than that one, and it will be Marlon Martin.
Well, that's a bit of a surprise for me.
I expected the other Marlon to be taking this
I
one.
thought Allen might have been given the chance just to get on the score sheet and add to his confidence. Anyhow, it will be Marlon Martin, who hasn't scored this season either. Didn't score last season, had 1 assist. Martin from 12 yards. And Martin, well, it goes in. Well, it doesn't matter how it goes in the end. It's that it gets there. And Marlon Martin, saved initially by Plunkett, came off the post and back in. And it's 5 for ARNETT Gardens after 84 minutes.
It's really been that type of night for ARNETT Gardens. Everything going right for them. That penalty was well saved initially. Came off the post. Plunkett must curse his luck. Marlon Martin looking to pick out a side, and he really just crept in after hitting the post after the save. And now it's up to 5-0. An emphatic win barring something of the most miraculous standard for Arnett Garden. 84 minutes gone. 5-0 up against Chappleton Maroon.
Yeah, what a performance it's been by the Junglies. And this is the kind of performance their home spectators have been wanting to see all season. For the first time they've scored more than 2 goals this season. And well, they don't look like they're finished yet. It's been a very flat performance by the Maroons, a team just formed in late 2020, and their ascension to the highest level has been quick. But yeah, they haven't been able to put forward regular performances. Anyhow, here is Allen into the area, and pretty broken up there. They can't seem to get out of their 18-yard, out of their half for long, the Maroons.
That's been the story of the game, really. No sustained pressure by Chappleton at all in this game. The yellow card handed out to Marquis Reed. Ellis losing that one there.
Well done by Evans. I must say he's been one of the standout players for me as well. Reed just brought into the starting lineup. He has 2 assists. Yes, he hasn't scored, but he is very solid in the back line. And considering he's been a new entrant into the starting lineup as well. Anyhow, here's the Maroons. Can they find a consolation? Reed likes to cut in. Reed. That strike there coming in from Lindo. Easy for Edward. Yeah, here's Arnett coming forward again. Guthrie out toward Mitchell. Nice ball. Martin, and well, Martin not known for his finishing. And it showed there. That was a good pass by Mitchell, you know.
It was. Took out the entire Chappleton Maroons defense.
And Martin should have found a better finish. Here is Mitchell looking to get into the area. Well blocked, and that's a foul. Not seen by Duarte. And it comes out to Guthrie. Well saved by Plunkett. Well, that one missed Stefan Duarte. And what an exciting match week it's been so far. We've seen 15 goals and 2 teams have scored 5. Mount Pleasant and Arnett so far. Here is Brown. Brown. This could be a consolation. Why did he take a touch? And that wasn't smart by Marquis Reed. He gets it back. Here is Reed. Takes it out wide. Yeah, dancing over the ball. Here's Douglas, his teammate at high school. And that's overcooked. But Reed, why did he take a touch there? He should have just kicked that one time, Marquis Reed. And it's not as if he's not in good goal scoring form. But once he took a touch at this level, Leger, you're going to be closed down quickly. But yeah, quite a few candidates for the man of the match. We spoke about Evans. Obviously, Ajuma Johnson would be up there with his goal and his lovely assist. I like Ajuma Johnson's performance actually right through. Do remember that the first goal, it was his pass from the middle of the park that initiated the attack. I just think that finish for the goal was exquisite, and his thought process for his free kick. He would be my #1 candidate, but of course Fabian Reed could be mentioned.
Yeah, he could be mentioned
For his goal and his assist, but I like the performance of Ajuma Johnson in a position which we'd have to say is new in his senior career, because we haven't seen much of it.
Yeah, I think Reed does have a very strong case, but I would like to give love to Shanoy Evans, who has been brilliant. Looks as if he's going to play the full 90 as well. But we know that the man of the match is not a defender award, so I'll have to agree with you and say that it's a Juma Johnson because he was brilliant, to be fair, in this game.
Well, it could be a defender's award. I do think, as I said, that Evans has been good, as we see a whistle on the play from Stefan Duar. But I think in terms of what Ajuma Johnson's impact on the entire game, and when we look at the results, yeah. So even though Evans had 2 assists right throughout the game in his time, Ajuma Johnson, as I said, all 3 goals he played a major part in, and does generally control the tempo of the game in the middle of the park with Purcell, who is much more of the, you know, as I said, the ball retainer, but Ajuma Johnson with the creativity.
All of the progression has come through Ajuma Johnson. Or did come through Ajuma Johnson when he was on the park.
Fabian Reed beside him to the right. He had a good outing as well. The top marksman for ARNETT Garden. Yeah, Chappleton can't wait for this whistle. They do have a free kick. Have been looking for that consolation over the last few minutes. Can they get it? Can ARNETT Garden get their 2nd clean sheet of the season? It's been a rarity. Well, interesting. It's out wide by Reed. I just wonder about that, Leshy. Was that a brain freeze? You have an opportunity to put the ball into the area from an advantageous position, and you put yourself in a defensive position by playing it towards the touchline.
Yeah.
And tour player Alex Gale, who's had a, well, for his standards, a horrendous afternoon. It's been a real struggle. Almost all the goals coming from his flank. And his ball into the box is going to go out for a goal kick off the head of Howell.
Yeah, it wasn't the best decision by Reed. You have to think about also his age, because that's not the first time that he's made a bad decision so far today, but
he will learn is what you're saying.
Yeah, he will learn, and that's what Lenny Hyde will be banking on, that all of these young players will learn and move forward, because these are the same young players that not only served him well in schoolboy football, but have also served this Chappleton Maroons team well in them getting to the Premier League in the first place. So he'll be banking on them to try and keep them up.
And let me tell you, Hull especially, they have additional years at school. I don't think they're finished yet, schoolboy-wise. Certainly in terms of age, I'm not sure if they're finished in terms of where they are in school in terms of years or grades. Anyhow, here is Dixon. Inside, good challenge, no. Allen doesn't like the call, but it's irrelevant. It will be a free kick to the Maroons, and we have almost elapsed the 3 minutes of added time. Allen has a lot to see. But anyhow, Brown. Not the best touch by Douglas, but he cleans possession. Here is Brown again. Douglas inside the area. Not the best challenge. In a shot from outside by Ellis. Block. Comes to Reed. Ellis. Inside to Brown. Brown tips away. Brown! And it's straight to Edwards. That was a good move by Brown. Showed good strength. Just to turn away from the 2 ARNETT Garden defenders. Yeah, you take more than that to beat Edwards, and that is it. So, time completed. Stefan Duar blows his whistle, and a solid and top performance by ARNETT Gardens. After 90 minutes, they defeat the Chappleton Maroons by 5-0. And well, the first time this season they have scored more than 2 goals. And wasn't it a dominant performance? That man, Ajuma Johnson, a goal and an assist, and then give him some time to relax his legs. And Paul Teagat Davis, even though he's going by 5-0, still has some advice for Purcell, who also had a solid game in the middle of the park. But he holds his players to a high standard, does Paul Teagat Davis, the former leading goal scorer for the Reggae Boys. Earl Simpson had one as well, his first of the season, the centre-back. And he was also one for Fabian Reid and an assist. Marlon Martin had a goal from the penalty spot, which, well, was almost saved by Plunkett, but that won't go into the statistician's book. But after 90 minutes, it's ARNETT Gardens 5, the Chapelton Maroons 0. These are the highlights. Stephen Dewar starting off things, and this was the first goal at Juma Johnson. Over the top, he was in the centre of everything for ARNETT Gardens positively, from a positive standpoint. And Fabian Reid, with his third of the season after 16 minutes, his 61st goal of his Premier League career. Evans into the box with his first assist. Now Evans coming into that right back role. And ARNETT Gardens were on the front foot right away. Then the second goal, Ajuma Johnson with a very